Hey boys and girls, here's today's daily reach video on this beautiful Monday. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, so I'm going to be going over the 3 main points of the lesson from yesterday, and we're just going to talk about that for a minute. We're just going to go over it. That way, you know, it sticks in your brain, and that's it. Okay, here we go. All right, so point number 1 to remember is make the first move. This is so important, and it's something that nobody really wants to do, especially when they've messed up. You know, you get embarrassed and you just feel bad, and well, he did this and she did this, so blah 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 blah, and you just don't want to do it. But it's really important that when you mess up, you go and you take responsibility for what you did. You have to make the first move. If you wait on the other person, you could be waiting forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. It could just go on forever. So, point number 2, ask God for help. Sometimes we need God's help. A lot of times we need God's help, okay? Let me just fix that. A lot of times we need God's help, okay? Sometimes you just have to stop and say, God, help. And that's exactly what Jacob did in our Bible story yesterday. He heard that Esau was coming with all of his men, and he was terrified. He was scared to death of what Esau was going to come and do to him and his family. And so he dropped to his knees and he said, God, I'm so scared. God, I'm so scared. God, please help me. And you know what? Sometimes when we hurt someone, making that first move and talking to them is terrifying. And we have to ask God for help. God will always help us have courage. He'll always give us strength. Anytime that we need forgiveness, He's there for anything that we need. He's there to help us make things right. Which leads us to point number 3. Keep a humbled attitude. All of my girls, most of them are aged out of my class now, but I used to tell them, I did a couple lessons on humbling yourself, and I would tell them, you humble yourself before God humbles you. If you can humble yourself, do it. Just do it. Because if you get to the point where you don't do it, it means bad news for you. So just humble yourself, okay? Just do it. Just humble yourself right away. So keep a humble attitude. Esau arrived at Jacob's camp, and Jacob ran out to meet him, and he dropped to his knees immediately like a servant would. He greeted his brother by bowing down in the dirt like a servant. Like a servant. Jacob didn't run out there yelling at him. He didn't run out there hollering and screaming and picking a fight right away. He didn't start listing everything that was wrong. He didn't point blame. No, he dropped to the ground in humility. And that's exactly what we have to do too. When you go to the person with a chip on your shoulder, it's bad. Don't do it. It's not good. It's bad. Don't go to them grumpy and angry and well, Go to them with a humble attitude and simply say, I am sorry. And the best part of that story right there is that Esau grabbed his brother up and hugged him. Snatched him up from the ground, from where he was bowing like a servant, humbly, and hugged him tight. He forgave him immediately, and they both celebrated their family being brought back together, and it was wonderful. It was great. It was amazing. And you know what? There's a word for that, and it's called restoration. That's what we were taught yesterday, restoration. So that's a great thing. When you guys come back together, that restoration is extremely important, okay? So those are your 3 steps that you need to know, those 3 points that you need to know for this week's lesson, okay? Make the first move, ask God for help because you know it's hard, and be humble. And guess what? That's the end of this video. It was a quick video. I didn't have much to say to y'all. But now I'm just saying I love you and I miss you and I'm praying for all y'all. And I can't wait to see y'all again. And I hope y'all have a wonderful, safe, healthy week. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye guys. Love you.